Some games are just good, but then there are those rare masterpieces that feel absolutely perfect. Games that leave you speechless, games that stick with you long after the credits roll, and games that define what gaming is all about. And today, we're counting down 10 perfect 10 out of 10 single-player games you must play. Experiences so powerful, they'll make you wonder if anything else can compare. By the way, you're watching Playverse Gaming. If you love discovering the best and most epic games out there, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, let's dive into the list. Clair Obscur Expedition 33. This hidden gem is shaping up to be one of the most innovative RPGs in years. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 drops you into a surreal, dreamlike world inspired by French art and architecture, where beauty and terror collide at every turn. The game's core mechanic revolves around rhythm-based combat. Every attack, dodge, and spell cast has to be timed to music-like cues, making battles feel like an artistic performance as much as a fight. The story follows a doomed expedition racing against fate itself, blending hauntingly beautiful visuals with deep philosophical undertones. Environments shift between gothic ruins, painterly landscapes, and surreal nightmares that constantly challenge your perception of reality. It's one of those games that feels like a true work of art, not just entertainment. For fans of single-player experiences that push creativity to the limit, Clair Obscur is a must-play masterpiece.
I know it seems absurd to offer.
Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. From Software struck gold with Sekiro, a game that redefined what action-adventure could be. Set in a dark, mythological version of Japan's Sengoku era, it puts you in the shoes of the wolf, a shinobi bound by loyalty, revenge, and survival. Unlike Soulsborne games, Sekiro focuses heavily on precision swordplay, parries, and posture-breaking mechanics. Every duel feels like a deadly dance, requiring absolute concentration. The verticality of movement, thanks to the grappling hook, opens exploration in entirely new ways, letting you approach enemies with stealth or aggression. Boss fights, brutal and unforgettable, each one a test of patience, reflexes, and mastery. Beyond the challenge, the world building is impeccable, drenched in atmosphere, mythology, and emotion. Sekiro isn't just a hard game, it's one of the purest single-player journeys you can experience.
Grave, and let me lie.
A Plague Tale Requiem. If you're a fan of emotional storytelling, A Plague Tale Requiem is a must. This sequel expands on everything the first game did, throwing Amisha and Hugo into even darker and more desperate situations. Set during the Black Death, the game beautifully blends stealth, survival, and puzzle solving as you navigate plague-ridden towns, sweeping landscapes, and terrifying swarms of rats. What makes Requiem so powerful is its emotional weight. The bond between the siblings drives the entire narrative, pulling you through heartbreaking choices and moments of fragile hope. The visuals are jaw-dropping, with some of the best lighting and environmental detail you'll find in any game. And the soundtrack? It elevates every scene, making it hit even harder. A Plague Tale Requiem isn't just a game, it's an emotional journey that sticks with you. Hollow Knight Silksong. Few games are as anticipated as Hollow Knight Silksong, the sequel to one of the best indie titles ever made. This time you play as Hornet, a faster, more agile character compared to the Knight, and that completely changes the flow of gameplay. Combat is quicker, movement is more vertical, and exploration feels even more fluid. The world of Silksong promises new kingdoms filled with strange bugs, deadly traps, and haunting beauty. Team Cherry has crafted environments dripping with atmosphere, from ruined temples to organic caverns alive with danger. Expect hundreds of new enemies, fresh abilities, and a soundtrack that perfectly balances melancholy with intensity. If the first Hollow Knight was a near-perfect single-player experience, Silksong looks like it could surpass it and stand as one of the greatest Metroidvanias ever created. Black Myth: Wukong, one of the most hyped action RPGs in years. Black Myth: Wukong takes inspiration from the legendary Chinese novel Journey to the West. You play as the Monkey King himself, wielding the iconic staff and facing off against towering mythological beasts. The gameplay blends fast-paced melee combat with mystical powers, transformations, and cinematic boss fights that look like something straight out of a blockbuster movie. Graphically, this game is stunning, easily one of the best-looking titles we've ever seen. The level of detail in every environment, creature, and animation is jaw-dropping. But it's not just about visuals. Black Myth: Wukong dives deep into Chinese mythology, offering a world rich in lore and cultural storytelling that feels fresh compared to the usual Western-inspired RPGs. This is one game every single-player fan will want to experience firsthand. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Capcom reinvented survival horror with Resident Evil 7. Gone was the action-heavy style of RE6, replaced with a terrifying first-person perspective that brought horror closer than ever. Playing as Ethan Winters, you're trapped in the decrepit Baker family estate, and every corner drips with dread. From creaking floorboards to grotesque enemies, the atmosphere is pure nightmare fuel. What makes RE7 such a standout single-player game is its pacing. The game balances exploration, resource management, and terrifying encounters perfectly, keeping you on edge from start to finish. The Bakers themselves are unforgettable villains, creepy, brutal, and disturbingly human. It's survival horror at its absolute finest, and one of the best examples of how single-player storytelling and atmosphere can immerse you completely.
Elden Ring. When it comes to open-world RPGs, Elden Ring is the gold standard. From Software took their Soulsborne formula and expanded it into a massive interconnected world known as the Lands Between. Exploration is completely freeform, no markers, no hand-holding, just curiosity leading you into hidden dungeons, colossal castles, and breathtaking landscapes. Combat is as punishing and rewarding as ever, but with new layers of strategy thanks to mounted combat, magic builds, and co-op summoning. The lore, co-written with George R.R. Martin, adds even more depth to the cryptic storytelling fans love. Every boss is memorable, every victory feels earned, and the sense of discovery is unmatched. Elden Ring isn't just a single-player game, it's an epic journey that defines an entire generation of gaming.
Why accept the burden of their grace, or be fooled by the dogmatic ramblings of the fingers? Rise with us, against the Erd Tree.
Never met someone with a taste for barnacle and trust. We'd make good mates, I reckon.
I bid thee, travel the path of the Lord. And once all is done,
Created the order to save people.
Metro Exodus. The Metro series has always been known for its tense atmosphere, and Exodus takes it to the next level. Leaving the claustrophobic tunnels of Moscow behind, this game pushes you into vast, semi-open environments across post-apocalyptic Russia. But don't think the horror and tension are gone. The world outside is just as deadly, if not more. You play as Artyom, leading his group on a desperate journey for a new home. Each region offers unique challenges, from radiation-soaked wastelands to frozen forests and hostile human factions. The survival elements, managing filters, scavenging for ammo, maintaining weapons, make every moment tense. It's one of the most atmospheric single-player games ever made, blending action, stealth, and story into a truly unforgettable experience.
Or death born out of truth. Artyom, let's jump! This whole lizard hunt ends now!
Spider-Man 2, Insomniac raised the bar yet again with Spider-Man 2, giving us one of the best superhero single-player games ever. This time, you get to swing through New York not just as Peter Parker, but also as Miles Morales, with the ability to swap between the two seamlessly. Each character has unique abilities, combat styles, and storylines that intertwine beautifully. The game expands the open world with more detail, side missions that feel meaningful, and villains that bring real emotional stakes, especially Venom, who's at the heart of the story. The web swinging feels even smoother, combat more fluid, and upgrades give you tons of freedom in how you approach fights. Simply put, Spider-Man 2 makes you feel like the superhero, and it's a must-play experience from start to finish.
Miles, the hunters tracked Connors to the Harlem Fish Market.
Lizard. I'm on it. Sounds like Craven's checking off his.
We don't have much time. Move.
Guess we'll chat later? Genki, the lizard's loose at the fish market.
Must be sushi night.
You still got the hunter drone you hijacked?
Been really tough hiding it from my mom, but yeah, I'll boot up.
There might be more.
Horizon Forbidden West. Last but not least, Horizon Forbidden West is a breathtaking single-player adventure that expands on everything the first game established. Aloy's journey continues across new regions filled with massive robotic creatures, lush biomes, and ruins of a fallen civilization. The world is not only visually stunning, but it's also alive with secrets waiting to be uncovered. Combat feels more dynamic with new tools, weapons, and abilities that allow for creative strategies against both machines and human enemies. The story dives deeper into the mysteries of the old world, blending science fiction and human drama in a way that keeps you hooked. And let's be honest, few games look as jaw-dropping as this one, especially on PS5. Horizon Forbidden West is a single-player epic that no gamer should miss. And that's the list. 10 perfect 10 out of 10 single-player games that absolutely deserve your time. From emotional narratives and legendary bosses to massive open worlds and unforgettable atmospheres, these titles prove why single-player experiences are still the heart and soul of gaming. Which one's your favorite? Or maybe there's one you think should have made the list. Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to Playverse Gaming for more awesome lists like this. Until next time, keep playing, keep exploring, and I'll see you in the next one.